That is one big pile of shit.
Well, it was still a solid week. Apart from that huge mistake, scored 2,126 in the top 5%, moved up just over 3,000 spots, and I'm inside the top 8,000, so it wasn't a bad week. Didn't cost me any league wins, so that's good. But it did cost me around 98 points. So that was the most disappointing part about all of that. But I don't know, I'm not really that mad. I'm just disappointed. Another week where nearly everything went well, but just one little mistake brings everything back. But it was another solid week, so I'll take that. Let's move on to the team. In defence, Jake Lloyd was good. Zach Williams, great to see him at his best. I had a feeling he'd do really well with Whitfield out. Wasn't ballsy enough to put the VC on him, but it's great to see him at his best. Jack Crisp was good. Darcy Moore, one of Collingwood's best. Marty Hoare, another great score. Dersma, you take that. Tough match against Collingwood, so 68's pretty good. And Wilkie on the bench, we'll take that. And Jordan Clark, unfortunately, didn't beat his break even. He'll probably be involved in my trades this week, but I'll talk about that later. Cripps and Fife led the way in the midfield. Happy that I didn't break a new recruit for once in Fife. Lockie Neal, huge first quarter. Got tagged by George Hewitt afterwards, so a 108 solid. Matt Crouch, a ton of touches, but didn't manage the ton. I think he had like 39 touches. Didn't watch most of the game, so I'm not sure why. Probably a bunch of short kicks and handballs and whatnot. Efficiency might have not been great. I don't think it was that bad when I checked FanFooty. Actually, I was on the phone. They don't show efficiency on the phone, so it might have been down, but it's a bit disappointing that he didn't ton off a ton of touches. Stephen Coniglio, again, efficiency a little down. He'd be a much better scorer if he could clean up the ball use, but I don't know, he's getting the stats, just not quite using the ball well, so hopefully he can clean it up. Sam Walsh is good. His break-even's in the 90s now, so that's the only worrying part, but he is still scoring really well, so I'm not going to worry about him too much yet. Willem Drew, only a 69. His break-even's a bit higher, and I'll probably talk about him later during trades. Sydney Stack, unreal stuff. He's been a great rookie at basement price at 102k, and now he's up to 275k and a negative break even, so that's great to see. He's going to make some great cash. And on the bench, Constable and Scott didn't play, and Will Hayes traded Atkins to him instead of Clark to Lockhart, and that really went well, didn't it? A 49 and a 41 rather than an 86 and an 87. Oh dear. But you can't win them all. Hopefully Hayes keeps his spot and can score better to make some good cash. In the rucks, Brodie Grundy, I think he did pretty well up against the two Port rucks in Ryder and Lyset. They hadn't given up a ton to any opposition ruck before Grundy, so I'd say he did pretty well. And Max Gawn just keeps doing his thing, great stuff. And in the forward line, now this is a big mess. Just looking at that. Patrick Dangerfield, 26, as my skipper. Oh boy. That costs me so many points. Literally could have captained anyone else, and I would have fared better. But an ankle injury in the first quarter, and then a knee injury later on, absolutely cooked him, and he was stuck in the forward line and didn't get to do much. And that handball to Jordan Clark, that was just one of many things to go wrong for the man. But the Cats did win, so I'm very happy about that. But gee, as captain, oh man, it kills me. Could have been another 2,200 score. Just like last week, a 2,200 score gone begging because of just some little mistakes that I've made. I really could have gone Cripps as well. My two main league matchups in my own league and Shorty's league, both opponents had Cripps captain, and I might as well have just done the loop to cancel it out and not even worry about the league matchup. But I kept it, and it definitely did not pay off, as you can see, but that's my mistake. Again, just little mistakes throughout the season that have cost me a bit. Michael Walters, not great. Did get a clutch goal in the fourth quarter to boost the score a little bit, but yeah, overall, not the best. Isaac Heaney needs Buddy back. The Swans need Buddy back for them and for Heaney's scoring. So hopefully this is the week. Tim Kelly, one of Geelong's best. 30 disposals, a couple of goals, 10 clearances. He was unbelievable. Rowan Marshall, good to see him back. Gets the 108. The 6 free kicks helped, that's for sure, plus getting a couple of goals, so that's good to see. And Liam Baker, he's been a great rookie selection. Hasn't gone under 80 yet, I'm pretty sure, so hopefully I don't jinx that. But he has been a great selection, up to 290k, and still going to make some good cash. And on the bench, Will Setterfield unfortunately didn't come back. And Noah Bolter, what a surprise. Gets his best score of the season, goes up 26k. And, well, hopefully he can continue to just at least play okay, because that's pretty much the standard we've set him to these days, but that's good to see. So that will do it for the team. Vice captain and captain, just get the captaincy off Dangerfield. He's burnt me twice, round 1 and then round 7. Probably the worst captain score I've ever received, so that's very disappointing. But Fife locked in as captain, barring any injuries or anything like that. He's definitely captain against Richmond last game of the round. And vice captain either will go to Cripps, Neil, or Gawn. I'm not sure. I know Cripps got a 187 against the Pies the last time they took on each other, but I don't know. I just feel like, because he's Paddy Cripps, Collingwood will make sure to body him up at stoppages and everything like that. So I don't know. I might be overthinking things. He'll probably pump out a 150 if I don't make him vice, but I'll put on Neil for now. I have a lot of time to change that. And there's nothing else really. Yeah, we'll move on to trades. So first one out will be Jordan Clark. So if you have him, congrats on your 80 coming up. His break even's at 55, I believe, and just hasn't been in the best form in terms of SuperCoach scoring. So I don't believe he has that much more cash to make. And the second trade out, this is tough, but I'll probably have to do this in order to execute the plan that I have going on for the next couple weeks, and that would mean Willem Drew out. It's tough because he's been one of the better rookies this season, but his break even's gone up a little bit. I'm not sure what it's at, but coming off a 62 and a 69, it's definitely not going to be that low. So I feel like I'm not going to afford to trade him out, and in will come Noah Answorth. A couple of good scores from him in his first 2 games, and the other is Jackson Haitley. His job security isn't the best. After all, he got dropped after a 95. Obviously, coaches don't care about SuperCoach scoring, but he's played well in his 2 games. If he stays in the side with Whitfield and Kelly coming back, then I feel like that's a huge positive. So he'll be in the team for now. That leaves me with 353.4k. The plan in the next couple weeks will be to get Jack McRae into the side and hopefully in round 10 I could do a double upgrade, bring in Whitfield for sure, and maybe James Sicily as well. He's come off an 80, break even of 122, which you can definitely beat, but hopefully he kind of, at the very least, plateaus around that 560k range, and would be even better if he does drop a little bit come round 10. But that's the plan. McRae, Whitfield, Sicily in the next couple weeks, and this is how the team will look going into round 8, barring any injuries or anything like that. I've got Bailey Scott as an emergency because the Dogs play on Saturday afternoon, and I'm not really keen on putting the vice on Lloyd or Heaney right now. Moving on to league matchups. In my own league, I beat Tristan by 42. Obviously could have been over 100 if I had been smart about my captaincy decision, but still got the win, up to 5th, 4-1, so that's good. And in Shorty's league, I surprisingly got a comfortable win over Danger Delight, and that's put me to 5th at 3-2. You can take a look at the full standings just to see where everyone else is at. So in both leagues, I'm sitting at 5th, and in terms of where I could be positioned after a couple of matchups, I have Tarkin this week, and I'm pretty confident I can beat him. And Alex has Jabin, who has a good team as well, so hopefully that means I can jump up to 3rd if they both lose. That will be handy. But I think I'm in a pretty good position in my own league, and in Shorty's league, this is a bloody tough league. But I am sitting at 5th due to percentage. A 101.3 percentage doesn't look that healthy, but in terms of this league, it is pretty good, especially with 3rd to 10th. Yeah, 3rd to 10th sitting at 3-2. So hopefully I can string some wins together and keep that top 8 spot. I feel like as long as the team goes well, the wins will come. So hopefully that'll be the case. I just want to see, because everyone's doing so well. Yeah, I'm not even there. I'm being blocked off by the little... There it is. Yeah. I'm 10th in ranking in this league. It's unreal how good everyone's doing in this league. And you got Henry there sitting in the top 200. It's unbelievable. But just looking at that, I could have been with the extra few points I could have gotten if I didn't have a donut in round 6, and then the captaincy this round, really could have been in the top 2,000. Yeah, could have been there, or at the very least sitting just outside. Yeah, just a few silly things that cost me. I could even be inside the top 1,000 if I had made better trades earlier in the season. Of course, the better starting side would have helped, but it's just things that you look back on and you realize that things could have been so much better. But what can you do? I've got to move on. Hopefully things can turn around. So that will do it for the video. I hope you guys had a good week, and I'll see you guys in the next one.